Hey guys, Gameboy30 on here once again for Legacy Tech Stories with a really cool video here today. Here we have two very similar machines. This is an Alienware mALX-R1 and this is a Voodoo Envy HW201. These machines are very similar. In fact, they use the exact same chassis, but internally they are a generation apart. This uses DDR1 and a single-core CPU. This uses DDR2 and a dual-core CPU. The video cards are the same. The TV tuner card is the same, but the Wi-Fi card on the green machine is a mSATA, and this is a older PCI style card. These machines have many quirks, similarities, and a couple of differences that I already mentioned there. But today we're going to focus on the mALX since it is a new arrival to the channel, and to me, I guess. We're going to go over some of the weird things about it that I have learned in owning many of these machines in the past, as well as a couple of the M59KE dual-core units. I'm going to go ahead and power this on. And the biggest quirk really is that these things can take a long time to post. It didn't take a long time this time, but I've waited up to 5 minutes for this machine here to post. And if you've got one of these and you just think it's dead, just let it sit a while. If it's got a dead CMOS battery, it will take a long time to post. Trust me. The other quirk about this machine in particular, I haven't seen this on any other machine. In order to get it to boot to Windows XP, I need to put in a thumb drive and then take the thumb drive out. Otherwise, it'll stay at this black screen forever. There we go. I have no idea why it does that. One time when I was just messing around with video cards, Quadro cards seem to work against that. Like you didn't need to worry about it doing that. The next quirk I'm going to talk about is the video cards themselves. This is a mALX video card. It's got a huge heatsink for its time, I guess. And this is the bottom of it. This is the main power connector. This is the display connector. And this is the SLI connector. And that's what makes these machines so special. These were the first SLI laptops. And if you don't have these specific video cards, you just won't get a picture at all. It'll just blink the caps lock key, scream an error, and not work. So it's hard to get these cards, but I thankfully have a bunch of them. This machine is now fitted with dual 7950 GTX cards, and so is the green one. So these are max spec units, so that's pretty cool. One other quirk I've recently found is that this keyboard likes to drop out a lot, and I don't know why. You know, like this keyboard works now, but it'll just occasionally drop out. I don't know why. Maybe I have to just take it off and make sure the connector is like all the way in. You never know with an old machine like this what it's been through. The next quirk that applies to both of these is that the drivers are super hard to come by. Thankfully, I have archived all of my old drivers for Vista 64 and by extension Windows 7. And if you disable driver signing, this will even work for Windows 10 as well. So I'll link my MediaFire link in the description below. I will also link an Internet Archive link for the respawn disks for the ALX specific, so that you can get Windows XP with the Alienware stuff running all once again. You could find the correct drivers on the Eurocom website, but I find their servers to be unstable, or at least not always offer what I'm looking for. So this is the best way to get it. If your machine has troubles posting, like I said, you could wait. But I have also found that you can disable the 3D sound when you're starting up. For whatever reason, that also does help. I don't know what it really does, but I have found that it helps. Maybe it's a placebo, but it does help. Another quirk about really any of these machines is that If you get the black units, or ones with a glossy paint, they're just fingerprint magnets. They're piano gloss. Quite annoying actually, but I guess it was a fad for the time. I'll also mention that these machines came with 2 screen sizes. Not often do you get a machine with 2 screen size options in one chassis. This had a 19-inch and a 20-inch. This Alienware has a 19-inch. It's got very thick bezels. The Green Voodoo Envy that I've shown in the past has very thin bezels for the 20-inch. But I think that's at the expense of brightness, because the green machine has a pretty dim display compared to this 19-inch. So maybe it's something like it can only push so much power to the LEDs powering the backlight. Or maybe the green machine just has like a low power inverter, or it's just getting old. Who knows? Also, the back panel of the mALX can come in 2 variants. Here, this machine has the pretty cool color shift effect with the airbrushing. Pretty cool. Some of these color shifting units also have like a 1 of 200 number plate on the bottom. Some of them don't. This one doesn't, for instance. But that is one of the differences. Sometimes they have the airbrushing, sometimes they do not. Anyways, I think that's about it. I have posted all my helpful links in the description to hopefully get some of your guys' machines up and running if you have one of these. Or if you just like to see how old software was, you can try putting it onto a different machine, just to see how the old Alienware backgrounds and software worked back then. I will say that if you don't install it to an Alienware, you'll probably need to activate it, and activating Windows XP nowadays legit is annoying as heck. So you'll probably need to work around for that, but there is a workaround for it, so don't worry. I do want to just check one more thing. I'm going to go to Computer Properties. You can't see the screen too well, I do apologize. But I'm just going to make sure that visually this machine looks the part. I'm going to keep this machine as Windows XP purely because of its 2 gigs of RAM and single core CPU. It just doesn't have the power to handle Windows 7 that easily. That said, I have run this machine with Windows 8 in the past on an older unit. But still, it was not fun. Also, for whatever reason, the NVIDIA cards can sometimes register as Quadro cards, like NVS 510Ms. I don't know what's up with that. I think it's fixed in like newer versions of Windows. But if you just let Windows auto install a driver, it'll pop up as NVS 510Ms or whatever. I don't think it affects performance, but if you just want to be a perfectionist and have it read dual 7950 GTXs, then you're going to have, I guess, a sad night. Windows XP does appear to be working just fine for this. SLI appears to be working just fine. Dual 7950 GTXs. Yeah, these are cool machines. Anyways, that'll be it for now. I hope the links in the description help you out, or you find them interesting, and that the information in this video has been helpful to you. Thanks, Gambia. I'll see you all in the future.